it's important for us to recognize that the world is watching. And I think, by the way, for all of us, whether we're in the Senate or the governor's homes or whether the president himself, you think of the line from Hamilton, history has its eyes on you. And I think in a setting like this, it's important to think about what the world is seeing, what history will see. It's important, I believe, for us to stand up and defend the institutions of democracy. It's essential for our democracy and our republic that these institutions are given credibility, and we will follow the normal course in an election, doing recounts, investigating irregularities, and when it's over, it'll be over.
So just a quick yes or no, you don't think anyone's trying to steal the election?
Oh, I'm sure individuals would like to be able to, but I don't think there's a widespread conspiracy of some kind. Those things just don't happen the way people would anticipate they might. You've got several states, a number of states that have come out in favor of Joe Biden's election. And so you might get a change in one state, but getting enough to change the outcome, I think, is pretty difficult at this stage.
Speaking of history, you ran for president. You were the Republican nominee in 2012. You conceded to then President Barack Obama back then. I want to play a little bit of what you said in that speech.
I have just called President Obama to congratulate him on his victory. His supporters and his campaign also deserve congratulations. The nation chose another leader, and so Ann and I join with you to earnestly pray for him and for this great nation.
The difference between that statement, which I'm sure was not easy to give, and what we've heard from President Trump is like night and day, Senator. Is it important, do you think, for the country that President Trump, in the immortal words of the mayor of Philadelphia, put on his big boy pants and formally concede, reassuring his supporters that Joe Biden is the duly elected president of the United States?
Well, first, Jake, thanks for that walk down memory lane. I'd forgotten that I lost.
I'm citing it only as an example of your dignity and grace, Senator. I mean, like, I know you're being self-effacing, but like, I'm citing it because it's a model for how democracy works.
I just don't think you can expect President Trump to respond and react the way presidential candidates have in the past. He's a very different person than presidential candidates in the past. He has his own manner, and he is responding in a way which is entirely with everything we've seen during his campaigns and, of course, during his presidency. So he's going to do what he's going to do, but in the final analysis, there's going to be a recount, I'm sure, in a number of states. There will be investigation carried out, and there will be a resolution in the courts if necessary. And when that's all said and done, the president doesn't have a choice. People think, well, gosh, can we remove him from office? You don't have to remove him from office. If he does not win on a legitimate basis, why then he ceases to be president when Joe Biden is sworn in. It's as simple as that.